Hi, I'm Lauren. Welcome to another video. Today I am in France, which I'm really excited to share more about this trip with you guys soon and create some art about it. But since I'm in France and it's actually the week of my birthday, I have a card that was given to me, and it is a painting by Claude Monet. It's The Poppies, and it's really beautiful. So I thought for today's video, what I'd really like to do is create kind of a modern version of, or like a more modernized version of Claude Monet's The Poppies painting. And yeah, hope you enjoy this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I am really excited. I hope it turns out okay. Okay, so I'm going to be using pen and creating the illustration first. So in the distance we have this house. These kind of like tree bushes. I think I will include this tree over here. Kind of cool. All these trees are like really different shapes. Very interesting. Okay, then I'm going to draw the figures that are in Monet's painting. He actually made this painting when he returned to France after being in the United Kingdom, and he made the painting in about 1873, and a lot of it was inspired by the nature that he saw around. And that area where he created the painting is quite similar to where I am right now. So I thought that was quite cool that some of the wildflowers and stuff that I've seen around this area has been very similar to these poppy fields that Monet did this painting of. So now I'm going to be adding some of the poppies, and I'm sure in this whole video you've been hearing, like right now, a lot of cars going past. So where I'm sitting and doing this painting, it's on a balcony at this hotel that we're staying at, and it's got a road that's quite close to it, so occasionally there's these cars going by, but then there's also this beautiful view of the mountain in front of me with forest and the clouds going overhead, and you can also hear all of the birds in the distance. So it's kind of an interesting combination of this like busyness, but then also like a lot of nature around here in this area. So yeah, now I'm going to be drawing the clouds in the sky, just kind of loosely sketching those in. In the background of the painting, it looks to me like there's these yellow kind of wildflowers in the background. So I'm drawing a couple of those in. I'm not like really doing very specific shapes. I'm just sort of doing little circles, kind of random shapes, seeing as they're so far away. And I think a lot of the detail with those will come with the color. When I add the color, you'll be able to see the spots of yellow in the background. I'm now going to be adding the color using these watercolor pencils. They're really great because when you use these watercolor pencils, you can kind of color quite loosely. You don't really have to fill in the color very, very fully, because later on I will take some water and paint over the colors that I've already colored in, and you'll see how they sort of like blend all together. So you'll be able to fill in like any spots that are left. So I quite like that about these watercolor pencils is the difference to regular pencils is with regular pencils you do want to kind of fill up all your gaps as much as possible, but with these watercolor pencils you can kind of just color, but it doesn't really matter if there's some little spots of white here and there. So in France, it's possible to see poppies in May and early June, but you can see them anywhere in the country, not really just in one area. But actually, while I've been here, I haven't really seen any, but a lot of other really, really amazing wildflowers, lots of purples and yellows and whites and a couple of other colors too, even some orange ones I saw here while doing some walks around the area. So yeah, seeing a field of poppies would be really cool, but yeah, I haven't seen that on this trip. Okay, so I just finished the coloring now with these pencils, which are the watercolor pencils, and this is how it looks with all the colors. So now I'm gonna take a paintbrush and water and kind of go over these colors, and we'll see how it turns out. It's kind of like a rainbow in the water. It's pretty. So what I find when I am using these watercolor pencils and then later, like now, taking the paintbrush and going over the colors, is that wherever I have the light color is where I need to be painting with my water first, and then kind of dip the paintbrush back in the water and then go back to the darker color and kind of blend the two together, because otherwise the two colors, the darker color is too strong and it mixes over the lighter color, and then it kind of eliminates the lighter color. So as you can see here with the tree, I want to still have those light kind of colors coming through, so I'm painting sort of in that method with the paintbrush. Okay, so I finished, and that is how it turned out. I really like how vibrant the colors are. Obviously it's quite different to Monet's painting, but it's just a little ode to Claude Monet while in France. And so that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I hope you enjoyed it, and this was a lot of fun to create, and pretty excited about how it turned out. It's really fun to explore French artists, seeing as I'm here in France. And yeah, Monet is a really amazing, was a really amazing painter. And yeah, really love this painting of his. I actually found out kind of while I was filming the video that this area that he was inspired to paint this painting is actually quite close to where I am now. It's in like the same region, so I'm not surprised that I recognized like kind of the vibe that he's got going in this painting is very similar to what I've been seeing in the nature here. So yeah, that's the end of the video. Thanks so much for joining me here, and please do give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. And from me and this Claude Monet inspired painting, I'll see you again soon.